Hello, my name is Ralph, and today I'm going to tackle another aspect of helping you get that job that you always wanted. Sometimes uh, going to an interview and succeeding, it's more of a mind game. And I know because I've interviewed so many people, I know the games that they try to play on me, and I know how so many people even tried to intimidate me, and this is their way of getting a leg up on other people. It's not really that they're trying to intimidate me, but they're trying to distinguish themselves, differentiate themselves from other people. That way they can leave a lasting impression in my mind. And that is very, very powerful. So the topic we want to tackle today to help you is interview psychology and mindset. How to win the game. In this lecture, we're going to talk about a lot of very small but powerful things that you can do to help you differentiate yourself from other people, to help you leave a lasting impression in the mind of the person that's interviewing you. And this will also help you when you're gone. It will also help them to remember who you are. Because if you do not differentiate yourself from the crowd, then you're just like another person. Okay? And so today, we're going to talk about a few things that help you differentiate yourself and help you leave a lasting impression on everybody's mind. Okay? This works in all forms of life. So the first thing we're going to talk about is preparation. Let's just face it. If you watch other videos that I've done, and essentially what I'm trying to do is because I've had so much experience in interviewing people and hiring people, and I know the lasting impression they left in my mind, and I know why I was able to hire some people and why I could not hire some people, and what some people did to me psychologically that made me want to hire them. Okay? So one of the things I want to talk about today is preparation. If you watch other videos, you see that preparation is really key to a successful interview. If you do your homework, if you do your necessary preparation, do your necessary research, and prepare yourself, go to that interview, it increases your probability of getting hired by at least 50 to 60%. Do you know that majority of the people that go to an interview don't even prepare for that interview? They just wake up that morning, get their paper, and just go to an interview. Now, if you ask me, that's disaster. So when you prepare for an interview and when you videotape yourself and answer questions, it gives you confidence on the inside. It's just like if you want to be a good basketball player, you gotta practice. If you be a good, when I was growing up, I played soccer for my country. And I remember we used to go and practice and practice and practice. Okay? You practice different kinds. You practice trapping the ball. You practice so many things. Okay? So that when you in a tournament, when you in the match, okay, you will perform to the best of your ability. So that's what it is. Don't go to an interview without preparation. If you prepare before you go to an interview, it gives you a leg up. It gives you, if not for anything, it gives you psychological confidence. Because you said to yourself, what can they ask me that I have not answered already? All you have to do is tailor your answers towards the problem that the company has, so that you can convince them that you're the right match for that job. Okay? Another thing we want to talk about is anticipation. Okay? Always, I have so many employees, and I have some employees that really sometimes they anticipate things. You work with somebody so long that a lot of time you have a secretary who anticipates what you're going to want. It's like if you're somebody who drinks coffee in the morning and you like to eat fruits like in the afternoon, and you have a secretary who, by the time you walk through the door, as soon as you sit down and take your coat off or get ready to go to work, she comes in with a cup of coffee, made exactly the way you like it. Okay? For me, almost no sugar, some creamers. You know, these are the people you want to be around. So if you are in an interview setting, you have to open up your mind to anticipate. That is why when you're interviewing, when you're in an interview, look at the person in the eye. Don't hide. Look the person straight in the eye. And as they talk to you, nod to show the people that you're understanding what they're saying and you're absorbing what they're saying. If they make a comment that you need to ask them, write it down. You know, the mind is feeble. So you got to write things down all the time. You might forget. So you anticipate the problems. Sometimes when you ask you a question, you should anticipate the kind of answer they want you to give. Okay? And this is, when you do these things, you start to get into the person's head. That is how you get into the person's head, rechannel the mindset. The more you get into your interviews, in the interviewer's head, to understand what they're trying to look for and telling them what they want, you know, the more you're going to differentiate yourself from the pack and the more probability that you have to get that job. Okay? The next thing we just talked about eye contact. When you are in an interview, always make eye contact. Don't ever look down. Make eye contact, leave your eye open and nod. When they're talking to you, nod. Okay? And that is why whenever I'm talking to somebody and they don't want to look me in the eye, I'm not ever going to hire the person because I feel psychologically that they're hiding something from me. That is just the way the human mind works. Now, when you go to an interview, you try to give more than expected. That does not mean that you got to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk all the time. What it means is that if you did your homework well, did your research, you know the problems the company has. And in your own mind, if you think about something, the more you think about something, the more, and you ask yourself a question, and you think about that question, the more solutions to that problem is going to come to you. So if you think, if there's a requirement in the ad, and you think, how did I solve this problem? Or how can I even go, after solving the problem, how can I even do something to add more value to the company? Okay? When you think about it, your mind will start coming up with wonderful answers. Your mind will start coming up with wonderful answers. And so that is the way the mind works. Okay? You anticipate, then when you tailoring your answers, you might say, if we do it this way, we might get better results. And that's what, interviews want to hear. They want to talk to somebody who has new ideas they might bring into the job, into the workplace. You might be doing a job. Take for instance, you're working, the company's trying to hire you, and you tell them, look, you're doing this thing this way. We've done it this way in our other place, and we got more results. We got better results. So what do you think that tells them? It tells them, hey, we need to get this person in because we need better results. Okay? That's almost like suggesting solutions. Okay? You suggest things that you could do to help the company increase productivity, increase profit, and whether anybody likes to believe it or not, in as much as you want to change the world, you want to add value to a company, the ultimate aim of every company is to make money for the shareholders, pay the employees, and grow. So you have to buy into this concept. When you buy into this concept, it changes the psychology of the way you look at things. You don't want to be one of those employees who just want to come in there and make their hours, get their paycheck. If that is your aim, I've had employees like that. All they want to do is come in, do as little as they can. Every time you see them, they're drinking coffee or they're having lunch. They work 8 hours a day, but actually work only 2 or 3 hours. And we know those guys, and they don't last long with us. And so after some time, we just get rid of them because they don't have the welfare of the company at hand. They don't dare to add value. They don't dare to make sure that things move forward. Okay? Don't be caught in this. Every single time you work for any company, find things that you can do to add value to that company. Find ways that you can help your other employers. Find ways that what you have to do to help your supervisor. Okay? We cannot help it as human beings, but to love the people who make our life very easy. If you're one of those people who would volunteer to stay late, who will volunteer to go above and beyond for your fellow employees and for your manager or your supervisor, you'll be loved by everybody. Okay? It's a secret of life. We love people who make our life easier, who make our life worth living. If you're a boss and you have somebody who does that for you, you can't help it but love that person. That's just the way it is. When you walk into an interview, okay, don't shake your hand, don't shake the interview weak, but don't crush the person's hand. Shake with some energy in it. Be enthusiastic, okay? Shake, because the way you shake your hands has a lot. It's a psychological thing, okay? It's like when I shake people, some people shake so wimply, like they don't even have any bone in their hands, And when people shake me like that, I feel like there's no enthusiasm, there's no willingness to go get whatever you want out of life. So when you walk in, look the person straight in the eye and shake them. Don't cross their hand, but shake them firmly, okay? That goes into the person's head too, okay? As soon as if somebody's trying to shake you very softly and you shake the person firmly, automatically you have an added advantage. You have a psychological advantage over the person, okay? Then at the end of your interview, always make sure you ask questions. After you ask questions, summarize. Whether they're offering you the job or not, just make sure you summarize and tell them, thank you very much for this opportunity. Call the person's name, say thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. This is from our conversation, I see that this is a problem. This is what you want from me. And always ask that last question. What exactly do you expect of me? In about 6 months, where do you want me to be so that I can be effective in this company? In 2 years' time, where do you want me to be in this company so that I can be effective and be adding value to this company? So it's something that you ask the person. So all of a sudden, the person is starting to put you in the head as somebody who's an employee already. Okay? It's a psychological move that you put on people who are interviewing you. People have done that to me so many times. I just laugh when they do that. But I say to them what I have to say to them. But these are the things that I feel like if you do in your interview, okay, you get a psychological advantage over the person who's interviewing you. And the more you do this, the stronger your mindset is. The more you do it, the more psychological advantage you have over somebody who's interviewing you. And I want you to take this, put it in practice, and it will increase your chances of getting that job you always wanted. Okay? Thank you. I hope this is of value to you. Thank you.